It's a goal!
Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So this one, I'm actually going to go to the Cardiff card show today. I'm ready now, all ready to go. I'm leaving in about 5 minutes or so. And yeah, so what am I expecting to get today? Hoping to try and get some invite cards and stickers that I don't have. Maybe get some numbered Holland cards if I can find some. I'm also looking for Bird Camp. I'm also looking for like anything like Bobby Charlton, Bobby Moore, any Jack Grealish cards that I don't own. And I've been to complete a few Jack Grealish sets. But yeah, it's going to be fun. I'm really excited. I've never been to a card show before. I've been to, I know the toy shows. Obviously, I've sold at toy shows quite a lot, if you didn't know already. So I kind of know the idea of the layout and everything, so it should be quite cool. Yeah, stand by. I'm going to be filming as much as I can. Usually these sort of things, you can't really film stuff at toy shows, but card shows, it seems like it's kind of the norm. So I'm going to be filming as much as I can. So stand by for that. See you in a bit.
Yeah, maybe I'll sign it. Yeah, you'll sign it.
These are probably shiny, aren't they? Oh my god, he's got fossil packs. Pick one of them up and fill them with gold. It's alright. I gave up last night and just went out on the piss. Yeah, that's probably good. You came down last night.
Hello everybody, I'm back now in the card room. What an awesome day it was today. Yeah, it was just incredible. I don't know the gentleman's name, I forgot his name, the guy who put it on, but thank you very much for putting on the Cardiff show. It was really good, really impressive. Yeah, we got there quite a bit late. We were supposed to get there for about 10 o'clock, half 10, but we were about half 11 we got there, and I must say it was absolutely rammed full of people. If you've been to like the London card shows, this was a bit different. This was actually in like a nightclub sort of thing, like a bar, and it was really tight. You could literally barely see any of the actual like stands. But yeah, when we got in there, the first thing we saw was loads and loads of Pokemon stuff, loads and loads. If that's your thing, then you're gonna have a good time there, because they had loads of stuff. They had Japanese cards, they had vintage Japanese, they had all the UK releases. I saw some other like foreign releases. I think it's like Spanish and German. They had all the top stuff from the movies as well, and everything ranged from like 50p up to £1,000. So some awesome F1 cards. One guy just had an amazing collection. One of those cards, a gold card, he wanted like £5,000 for, which I thought was just amazing. It shows that the hobby is strong. Obviously, you can ask what you want, but I think he was probably right in his pricing there. If it was a 1-on-1 or it was limited, it's going to go for a lot of money, guys. Do you know what I mean? These things are now, the card scene is like, feels like it's exploding, and we're soon going to get some investors in, I imagine. But yeah, when I went in, there was like, so there's two parts to the nightclub, if you will, and one of the rooms was for like trading, playing games, playing the card games, sorting stuff out, relaxing, that sort of thing. Unfortunately, that was closed for majority of the show. So it's a bit like, it just felt like there was a lot of people crammed into in one room. It was quite overwhelming, to be honest. I don't want to put the show down, because it was, you know, I know it takes a hell of a lot of time and effort to put these things on, and you know, I did very well in that video. Everybody there was having fun and everybody was loving it, but it was a bit around it. It was like, you can tell the popularity, you can tell that kind of card show was marketed really well. They did everything that needs to be done, because it was just so good. People were coming out and, you know, going in throughout the day, from what I could tell. But yeah, on terms of sports cards, I didn't pick up any Pokemon today. I was kind of looking for Pokemon, but it was really, I said, it was so packed, you just could not get into the actual like cues to look, but in the afternoon it quieted down quite a lot, which was quite good. And just try and go through what I've got. So one of my first pickups, I didn't pay this for it. I think these were like £1 for the pair. So we have 2 stickers from the 1994, 95. Yeah, classic and then 95 Premier League Merlin stickers. I love Merlin stickers. This is my period. This is when I first started collecting. I think 94 was the first sticker set I first started collecting, but my friend gave me like a load of them, and I went and got an old book. And then 95 was the first time I remember properly ripping and opening and filling up the book. But yeah, these were like I said, I think it's £1 for the pair, which I think is really impressive. It's such a cheap thing. It wasn't £5. I put it in a new case. I'm gonna leave those to last. What else have I got here? What else have I got? So yeah, so go for the card show, guys. There was a lot of modern. I was really after vintage, and I was struggling to find vintage, but I found a few things. Let's have a look at these ones here. So we've got some Futera cards. We've got Ian Wright here. I need to take him out of the sleeve. Really, let's have a look, shall we? These were like 50p, so cheap. I can't believe it. But they're not the best, most amazing like quality, but it's not bad. That's a bit off center, but it looks pretty cool there, Ian. I don't know if I had this one in my collection or not, but for 50p, an Ian Wright card. I was struggling to find the ones I wanted, guys, because there's a lot of focus on modern. If you're into your modern stuff, if you're into your numbered cards, if you're into your signature auto cards, you're going to have a great day today, because it was amazing. There was loads of really good stuff. But if you like your old stuff, it was a bit tricky to find it. You had to dig it through boxes, which was quite difficult because everybody wanted to dig through boxes, and so there was not much room. But there you go, there's another one there. That was 50p, I think, for Old Burkamp. And then I picked up a Lee Dixon, but accidentally put it down. It was one of these cards, which I think is quite cool. This is a David Seaman one. I don't know why I picked it up. I should have picked it up and paid for it because it was only 50p. But they were also the cheapest cards of the day, guys. Yeah, just a few Arsenal cards. I kept Arsenal, as you can probably tell. So I kind of wanted to kind of, you get a feeling when you're walking around trying to find something to buy and you can't find anything. I saw some lovely cards. I saw some vintage stuff, vintage American football stuff, which I thought was really cool. I saw loads of Welsh cards. One table was sat with all Welsh stuff, so it was all like Gareth Bale, that sort of thing, and it was really impressive, really impressive. If you don't like Wales, then obviously it's not the greatest, but it's really cool. It's good to see other companies there, like MGC were there as well. But then what else did I buy? So guys, I paid £5 for this one. I think I might have paid a bit too much for it, but it was on a stall and I thought £5 was alright. The magnetic case it was in, I paid £17.99 or £17 for 10 from the Volt X stand, which is really nice. They're really good. I bought some top loaders as well. So when I was in the shop afterwards, in the cafe after the show, I just put these in these little magnet things. Let's put that one there. But yeah, it's quite cool. It's, you know, I've seen these on, somebody online's asking like £35 for that, and I only paid a £5. Let's have a look at the next ones. So I believe I paid £1 each for these. So we have a Holland Future Champion card. It's just like a base set card sort of thing. Another one here, the another base set. Nothing special, guys, but it's just with Holland doing so well at the moment, I just thought it might be nice to have a few of his cards graded, and eventually, if he keeps going as he's currently going, he's going to potentially be, a GOAT. Then we have Yuri Tielemans for Leicester. The reason why I picked this up because I think he's going to go to Arsenal in the January transfer season period. I think Arsenal really are after him, and I thought this is like what this card is called, is like a red lava, reflective lava, or refractor or something. For £1, I was going to say no. And finally, this Liam Delap, a rookie card, Future Champions, same sort of set as the Haaland card. Yeah, £1. I couldn't say no to that. You never know with these players if they're going to become the next best thing or not. You don't know. You never know. So the guy I bought these ones off of, I picked this up for £2. It's actually a baseball card. It's a Ted Williams. I thought this was from like 2019 or something. It was actually from 2013. Yeah, Ted Williams was obviously one of the greatest baseball players of all time. I think his hit record is one of the highest ever. Just a nice little card, really. I'm not a Boston Red Sox fan. I'm a Yankees fan, to be honest. So it's a bit of the enemy, if you will. But Ted Williams, you can't deny how great he was. But that was only £2. So I also got this cool card for free. Rosu Heiko. It looks really cool. It's like a dragon. It's from a set of Cora cards. It just looks really cool. I mean, I think they're trying out their new cards on the public. They're getting out these for free. You never know, guys. This could be the next best thing. So for free, I'm happy to take that. So my next purchase was my first, probably my most expensive, on average, I presume. So my next purchase, I think it might be my favourite one. I saw this, and for some reason last week I was thinking about this card, and I'm thinking, how much does that card go for? How much can I get hold of one? Can I try and get hold of one? And it's the Ronaldo Panini Estrellas. I remember I was just thinking about this card for some reason last week, and yeah, it was there for sale in a SGC 5. It just looks amazing to me. Ronaldo was like the best player at the time when I was a kid. In the 90s, you couldn't. Late 90s, early 2000s, you couldn't beat him, really. So this cost me £60. I tried getting down a bit more on it, but they weren't really budging on it, because it's one of those cards where a 6, somebody's asking £700 for it on eBay. I don't think it's worth that right now, because you can pick these up raw for about £60-70. You might get a 6 if you're lucky. So I thought to myself, should I pick one up? Should I buy it? And I thought £60. If I was to buy this raw, I would pay £40-50 for it in this condition. I can tell it's got a bit of a scratch here. And then to get graded, it's going to cost me £30 plus postage plus everything else on top. So for 60, I can't really say no, really. It's a little bit off centre as well. It's got some print marks here. But yeah, it's Ronaldo. The Ronaldo. My hero, big hero as a kid. Is the person everybody wanted to be on the football pitch when we were younger. Remember you used to pick your players who used to be? Everybody wanted to be Ronaldo because he was so good. And what he could have become is amazing. I mean, he had some injuries, unfortunately. But yeah, in his PSV kit, that's my best one of the day. Okay, so next up, I did actually submit some cards to MGC, and I got one of these cool little MGC cardboard reveal things. I've been wanting one of these for ages, because these are the things that if you ever watch Collector Paul, when he gets the video, he always hides the thing and reveals them. So I thought I need to get one of those as well. Get on the bandwagon. So yeah, I got one. You got to scratch it off here and reveal something, I think. Congratulations. You've won 15% off your next submission. Oh, cool. Thank you, MGC. Yeah, MGC were there in person. They were taking submissions on the day, which I think is really good. I'm glad they do it, because I was a bit like, I need to send some stuff off. I'm always a bit too busy when it comes to cards, getting stuff sent off. You got to print off the forms and everything. It's just difficult, but they were great. They were really helpful with the process. I've done it before, but they were just really smart. I mean, the guy who runs the company and the people that work for him, they really know their stuff. Their customer service is amazing. They're very helpful, and so I submitted 2 Jack Grealish cards, which you'll hopefully see in about 4 weeks' time. Yeah, so they were cool. Glad that they were there. It was actually nice. You know, it's funny because I watched them on YouTube. I watched their the interviews of other people, and you're always a bit like, when you see somebody face to face the first time, it just feels a bit weird, doesn't it? What else can I show you quickly? So my partner Jess, she bought her very first ever sports cards, trading cards. The same guy who I bought the Arsenal cards from. So she bought some Marvel Captain America stuff. She got Bucky, beautiful Hayley Atwell's Peggy Carter, and Captain America. This is the one that was used as the poster, I believe. And she also got another one, which I think is in here as well. There he is. Captain America, looking all buff. I wonder why she picked that one. Buff Steve Rogers. But yeah, they were 50p each, but the guy was like, oh, just have them all for £1, which I thought was very kind. Right, so last but not least, you all know who Dan from Sports Cards UK is. He was there with his table, and he always likes to have a bit of vintage. So when I saw this first card, I was a bit like, I had the Yuri Sealer card in this set. I never see him for sale. I never see him graded either, and it's somebody who I collect, and it's an early-ish card, and it's this Bobby Charlton card, 1962. Is it Vichy? Yeah, the back is pretty terrible. I do like the backs, but unfortunately, finding these, I think it's like a sticker, so that's why it's damaged, because it would have been applied in an album. But this was a 1. I think he might have got this from Jojo JMS. I think I saw him in a video once trade Charlton for something. But anyway, the price on this was good. It was a bit more than I wanted to pay, because it's so hard to price these things. They don't come up for sale, and is there a demand for them? Because the backs are pretty poor. It's got a 1, but then at the same time, when you factor in the fact that it's been graded, and also Dan had his trade investment in it, so I think he could trade it for something. So that one there, I then made a deal for this one. This is Paul Gascoigne's 1990 World Cup sticker. This basically scratches that itch. I've been waiting for ages for one of these to come up in nice quality. I wanted to buy it and then get it graded, and what would it get? Stickers are notoriously hard to get good grades on. This is 8.5, which is amazing. I just had to basically have it, and it was just one of those cards where it just filled that little itch. I want to get all the 1990 Italia cards for England graded, as well as a few of the big other stars like Maradona. But, you know, where do I start? And I thought Paul Gascoigne's the one that everybody wants. It's gone up in price. This sticker is about £20-30 on its own. But I paid, the pair, did a deal with Dan and got them for £100 a pair, which I think was a good price. Seems a lot to some people, but these are 2 cards you just can't get hold of. You can't get a hold of him. I don't know where do you find it? And this one is one where you can pay. I could have paid, I could have waited, I could have sent it off. I could have spent the money. But would it come back in 8.5? Probably not. It'd probably come back at 5 or 6 or something. So to have these 2 cards in my collection, I'm really, really happy. So thank you very much, Dan, for doing the deal with me. I really appreciate it. Thanks for bringing vintage cards to a card show, Dan. It's amazing, because you just don't get them. You don't see them. From what I saw, I couldn't find any vintage cards. A lot of it was, like mega crack stuff from like the early 2000s. There wasn't any kind of like Ogdens or pre-war stuff, and there was very little kind of like pre-1990. But these 2 just hit the spot. So thank you very much, mate. I really appreciate the deal. Those can go off my little wall of cool. Cool. There's the Captain America cards, and so that was it in terms of my actual card pickups. I actually thought it was a really good day. There were so many good people to say hello to, and it was quite cool. It was very cool, and I was glad that somebody put the effort in to actually put on a show. I can imagine it must have been an absolute nightmare to arrange. I thought they did a really good day. It was nice. It's funny seeing people you know from YouTube. It's funny seeing people you know from Instagram, and all these other cool people walking around buying stuff. It's great to see people actually giving stuff to the kids. Kids were getting football cards. Kids were getting Pokemon cards, which is really cool. They even did a bit where they had like outside bit under these tents, which I thought was really nice. It was like a nice little way of finding stuff. It was a good mix of stuff, guys. Lots of modern mainly, but there was baseball there. There was American football there. There was basketball there. So if that's your thing, they were there. You know, there wasn't, like I say, there wasn't like masses and masses of it as you would expect at like an American show. But there was a lot. There was a lot, guys. And I'm hoping the next show is bigger. Hoping people bring more stuff. Hoping people bring more cool, crazy, weird stuff. But before I go, guys, I just want to show you 2 more cards I picked up, not from the card show, but they just came in the post this week. The first one is this Jimmy Greaves from Tottenham. I paid like £10 for it. There's a load of Pelés as well, and I was a bit like, what are these? And I tried bidding on a few of the Pelés, but they were going for like £25, £35. I was a bit reluctant to go even more. When I got hold of them, I didn't realise they were like double backed. So that's Blanche Flower, who played for Tottenham. I can't remember what his first name was, but pretty sure somebody would know. But they're quite thin, they're like paper. So my theory is that these might be cut out of a magazine, which I hope is not true. If anybody knows what these are, please tell me, because I just don't have a clue. I looked and I can't find them. I'm hoping they're not magazine cutouts, so I'm hoping they actually are something that would be considered a card or a sticker. And last but not least, it's a little bit beat up, I must say, but it was like £5 posted. And that is the Stanley Matthews Ardaf rookie card. Yeah, I think it's from 1934, 35. Really cool. It's got lots of surface damage, you can tell. Corners are dinged up and it's off centre. The back, it's got surface damage as well. It focuses. But to me, this is a really famous card in the collecting community, and I think it's going to go up in price soon. I think it's going to suddenly have a jump. I can imagine it happening next year, maybe, when somebody start hitting the market. People start asking like, 60, 70, 80 pounds for rule cards, which they kind of are doing right now. Somebody will probably buy a few, grade a few, ask £150, and they'll start selling quite quickly, and all of a sudden the prices will go up. So I thought, grab a few more now while I can, and see what happens on them. If not, it doesn't matter. I've still got an amazing card. So guys, that's it. My throat's killing me. I spoke to a lot of people today. Love the show. Really packed for people, which I was so surprised. I can't believe how many people were there. I honestly thought it would be one of those things where you might have a few tables, like 5 or 6 tables, and maybe 4 or 5 people walking around. But no, apart from that, it was amazing. So as always, guys, please leave a comment which is your favourite card. I think mine will probably be the Ronaldo, but I really like that Bobby Charlton as well. Yeah, that's my pick of the day. As always, guys, thank you much for watching. Please like and subscribe. Stay safe, and most importantly, happy hunting.